Oh, we're on. I'm going to answer the question, how effective is the combination of your main product and ancillary texts? Well, first of all, let's get the ancillary text out of the way. For the digipack, I looked at existing products. I looked at U86's Sins Never Sleep, Biffy Clyro's Unrevolutions, and Muse's The Resistance. Fortunately, I don't have them on me, which is a bit of a shame, but they all have very similar conventions. Things like artwork, images of the band themselves, and track listings, things like that. One of the interesting things I found was the way it sort of opened up. The CD was never on show; it was always sort of in a sleeve, much like an LP of a vinyl. The way my ancillary text worked was very similar. I used an image of the band, which was the same band as I used in the video, creating a professional element between my two products there. I looked at things like thanking different people, which always comes normally in a lyric booklet, at the end of the lyric booklet, where people of the band thank their friends and family, or management and things like that. I wanted to create an actual page of that, where the band would thank, like I said, friends, family, management, that kind of all that jazz. But the way they are similar, the two products are similar. Like I said, use the same band name, and it doesn't really come up in the video, but it is. But I think the image is the key thing. It's the same four members of the band who are on the same on the album, should I say. Also, the track was called Black Cloud, that we did for our video, and that's also the album track, if you want to say that, the digipack, and that track features on the track listings on the back as well. When it came to posters, advertisement posters, I first of all looked at existing posters and where some normally found them, which some are found in magazines, such as Kerrang! There we go, a physical thing. So if you see on the first page here, you've got the contents page, but on the other side, you've got an advert for the Used album, saying where it's available, when it's available, and the record label down here. Another example, again in Kerrang, is advert for an Architects album there. Again, a little review there, which is something I used on mine. This one says, the fiercely anticipated new studio album from the metalcore stalwarts. Yep. Says what it's available on, CD, LP and digital, which is something I use on the website, label again there. And interesting, UK tour sold out, it says there. I don't know if you can see in the red, sold out. So pretty big deal by the looks of things. Because of that, because of where the poster was found in a magazine, I printed out my poster and put it in Kerrang, just like them, which shows a professional element to it. That's where, because of the genre of rock, you would find it in a rock magazine such as Kerrang or Enemy or Q. I also found that a lot of album adverts are found on like billboards and bus stops, so because of that I photoshopped my poster over an original image of a bus stop, got the photo on the bus stop there, looking good. But you can also, I could have used it on a underground station. One of the things I found when I went to London last year was that down in the underground. It's quite the jam. There's a lot of album advertisements on the posters, which is a great way of advertising because it's a main source of transport down there. So as you're going past, oh, new album, there it is, sweet. But obviously we're not in London, so bus stop is, was an easy sort of thing to just use. So that was that. Another place was also a festival. I've noticed when you watch festivals on telly, like Glastonbury, Reading, Leeds, around the stages, normally the main stage, especially at Reading, Leeds, there's posters for new albums and stuff like that. So I wanted to use this as a sort of specific target audience, of music fans, and not necessarily rock fans, but just music fans in general. So I found an image of a poster at Reading Festival and photoshopped my album poster over it. That way it's targeting to a specific audience of music fans, but it's also maybe targeting a different audience. Some might not have heard of the band, might not be into that genre of music, but might want to just be want to check some new music out. So that was definitely interesting to say. And I also looked at the way, with digitalisation of music, a big part of the way we consume music now is through downloading and iTunes. And when looking at advertising through iTunes on like sort of the main homepage, again, photoshopped an image of my album poster advert over an existing advert on the homepage to make it look as if my album was coming out on iTunes, which it will one day, who knows. And then I also changed the artwork and name of an album on my iTunes library, so it as if I'd downloaded the album from iTunes and then it was there in my library, which is great, really. Similar to my combination of the two, because you've got the video, you've got the sync of the single Black Cloud, then you've also got it on the album, which you've got in your iTunes to listen to whenever you want. So ancillary texts, and as well, you got the same to link, to combine the two ancillary texts. You've got the album artwork of the sunset, and then Major Attack Black Cloud in the November sky, black text. On the poster, you've also got the sunset just in A4 format with Major Attack Black Cloud in the November sky text, but with other things like the review, most anticipated album of the year, available on the kind of format it's available on, and also sticking to real life conventions of putting on the label and the website and things like that. So the combination of all the ancillary text is very sort of similar, shall we say, with, like I said, same band in the video that's on the digipack, same images and text used on the digipack as it is on the poster. That'll do. Ciao.